Hello everyone, my name's Debbie. I'm Mum Bear Stitchery here on Flosstube and on Instagram, and this is a channel all about cross stitch. Today I'm going to give you my April stitching update as well as my plans for Stitch Mania. Since I saw you last, I had ankle surgery which went really well. The damage wasn't as much as thought was going to be there. There was a neuroma, which is a nerve tumour, but since they've taken it out, everything's healed great, doing really well. But I did have to spend a couple of weeks off my foot, so it gave me plenty of stitching time. So I have a lot of projects to show you. But since that day, I got my stitches out about 3 weeks after surgery. Something in my back popped as I was walking back to the car, and I think it's from weeks of leaning all to the left. So everything that I gained in stitch time, I lost being stuck in bed with back pain and not being able to sit up straight at all, and now I have to go to physio and take meds until we fix that. But let me just get right into the stitching. We have a lot of projects to get through today. I have made my notes, hopefully I remember to use them and tell you all the information. So the first project was actually a finish this month, and that is Strawberry Time by Barbara Anna, and I'll put where I was before. And here is where it is now. It's a little finish, and hopefully this one's going to be turned into like a little stand-up. I'm going to try and use Vauna's the Twisted Stitchers finishing tutorial videos and try and make this one a little stand-up. I'd like a little shelf of stand-up animals and clothes. This was from the Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher magazine, and it was stitched on 32 count antique white Lugana 2/2 in the called for DMC. And this project is classified as a small. I'm participating in the No New Start 22 in 22 challenge this year, and I'm allowed 22 active projects. So if I finish something, I can replace it with a similarly sized project based on the stitch count, and it can be a whip or a new start. But I can only have 22 projects going at one time. So because I finished this one, I get to replace it with another small, and I actually picked a new start, and I think I might work on this one today or start it today. And it is the Lindy Stitches Broad-billed Hummingbird. It's part of the Bird Crush Club, which is her yearly subscription club this year, and I absolutely love this one. I think this was the February bird, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm going to stitch this one on. This is 40 count Sea Glass Verdal from Be Stitch Me. Sea Glass is probably my favourite and most bought colour from Be Stitch Me. So that's that one. And it comes with the Threadworks variegated threadworks that makes up the little breast of the bird. Each of the birds have one specialty floss that you actually get with the chart, as well as some stickers and a postcard about the bird. So that's that one. My next project is also a finish, and that is Save Life by Katy Landis of the Black Needle Society, and I'll put where I was before. And here's my finish. This one, I love stitching on this one. This was from the Retreat in a Box, what was it called? In the Night Garden. And we got the called for threads, and we actually got the fabric which I swapped out for 28 count Black Cherry by Seraphim. I think the one we got was French Lilac by Picture This Plus. So yeah, I switched it out but kept the called for threads, and absolutely love that moth down at the bottom. And this one actually came with a finishing kit to make it into a little drawstring bag. So I'm going to attempt that. It came with good instructions, so it's probably possible. That's that. And that one was 2/2. I stitched that one. So I had to use, I think we had enough to stitch it on 36 count with the floss provided, but luckily I had some of those colours in my stash already. So again, because I finished that one, which was classified as a medium based on its stitch count, I could replace it with a whip or a new start, and I actually picked a whip. And this one is called Happy Skies. It is by Stitchrovia, who is also known as Emma Congdon, and I bought this from her Etsy shop. And here is where this one currently is. This is on 28 count Dove Grey Monaco, and I'm just using the DMC as it's charted. And I love this one. It's just big blocks of colour. It's perfect in the car stitching. And this one. And I pulled this one out because I've seen a lot of people finish this one recently on her Facebook page. And there's 3 in the series, and it's each part is a song, and I actually have the other 2 already and kittied up. I've loved people's framing, how they've put them all together. And I have each kittied up already, so I'd love to finish this one. Maybe not in May with the amount of stuff that you'll see in a minute that I've pulled out, but definitely soon. And did I say that's on 28 count Dove Grey Monaco, and it's in DMC. The next one is the reason why my Flosstube is so late in the month. I'm working on Hippo Reflection by Artecy, and my plan with this one is to finish a page every single month so that I can finish it by the end of the year. And I just finished this one on Thursday, I think Thursday night. I stitched that page there right on his nose. There's a lot of confetti colours in light coloured thread, but I'm glad to get that page over and done with now. And despite my MaYnia plans, I am going to still try and finish a page on Hippo Reflection in May. And this one is on 25 count, easy count, 1/1 full cross using DMC. So yeah, still on track to be finished this year. Another one that I've pulled out this month was Sampler of Fleurs by Jardin Prive. And this one I've been working on. Carriage and Stitches has had a Formula 1 challenge. I think it's called hashtag Stitch F1. And you stitch the amount of stitches for the distance of each race, and 10 stitches for every point that the team that you're supporting earns. And I've been supporting Ferrari, and they have been doing really well. So here is where mine is at right now. And this is actually the top corner, and the bottom corner I just reached the other day. And this is on 36 count antique white linen using DMC 931, and I'm stitching this one 2/2. And that's that. This one's just nice and easy. The fact you don't have to think or change colours, it's really nice to stitch all in one colour. So this one will probably be out again this month because there's some races. I'm going to try and squeeze that in. Okay, that brings me to my Whip Go projects for the month. This month, what my first project called was Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow, and my goal for this one was to stitch 1 block. And I did. Here, let me fold this one up because it's a big one. And I finished the Scarecrow block up. I love how the bright colours, the oranges, pop on the purple. And let me scoot back and you can see where the whole thing is. That's that. And this is on my Whip Go board for 1 more block, but I would really like to get 2 blocks done this year, so that next year it would only leave me with 3 blocks and hopefully a finish. And I'm stitching this one in the DMC, and it's on 40 count Hocus Pocus by Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. Yeah, I love. I can't see. Hopefully you can see. Like, all the colours just pop on the purple, and I absolutely love it. This was Piot's choice. I was like, I don't know, that's kind of bright, but I'm glad he convinced me to stitch on the purple. So yeah, like I said, it's only on my Whip Go board for 1 more block to be called, but it might go on for another block, because when I've been finishing a project, even before it's been called, I've replaced it with another project. I want Whip Go to like really challenge me this year, so while I'm not colouring them out as fast as I would like, I want it to be a challenge, and it's helping me pick projects that I probably wouldn't pick out that month otherwise. So yeah, it could get its other block put onto the Whip Go board and achieve all 3 this year. The other project that was called for Whip Go that I didn't meet the goal on was Raven Queen by Mirabilia. And I'm going to fold the top over because I'm only in the middle part. I didn't meet the goal on this one, which was 22 hours, but I did put 3,000 stitches into this one. I really enjoyed stitching on it at the time, but I'm going to alter my goal on this one and make it that I can colour it in on the Whip Go board once I finish this decorative wall that's under the crow and finish the whole bottom part of the dress. Ideally, I would like to finish this year, but I say that about all my projects. So I'm going to be able to colour it in on the Whip Go board once I finish that wall, finish the whole bottom of her dress, and call that my new goal. And this one is on, turn my cards, this one is on 28 count Janlynn, called Bridget, also by Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. There. And this is currently the only active MaYnia that I have in my little whip list right now. There's more in the boxes though. Okay, that was all the projects that I worked on in April. It felt like quite a lot. So that brings me to MaYnia, or Animania as I've called it, because all my projects are animal themed. So I'm going to be using that hashtag again on Instagram, so you can follow along or just check out on Instagram, Animania, but with a Y. So how best to explain this? I'm not going to assign a lot of people have new starts for every single day in MaYnia, and I'm not going to do that because that's why we're in the current situation where this is full of whips, because I've done that in the past. So instead, last year I started, when I did Animania, I assigned an animal project that has been in my stash for a long time that I really wanted to start, that would be a challenge. I assigned each to a week in May, so I have 4 projects. And I adapted Brittany of Ingleside Imaginarium's Blimey Cat method, whereby if I finish that project, I can replace it with a new start for the following year. And that is the case with the project for week 1. Last year, this was my week 1 project, and it's He's a Fun Guy. It's a kit by Bothy Threads. And I actually finished this one in week 1 of MaYnia. So I get to replace that with a new start, and I had to factor that all into my 22 and 22 no new start situation. I had to make sure I finished something and had a spot open. And so this year I'm going to start Koalas. I'll put the cover photo in here so you get a clear shot. And this is by Country Threads. And I've loved this one. I saw Kelly of Animal Stitches stitch this way back, I think it's near the beginning when she started Flosstube. I saw her finish off this, and I've always kept an eye out for charts by that designer. And I got a hard copy from Charting Creations in Canada. They stock some of their charts. And so I'm going to stitch this one on 32 count Earth Lugana by Be Stitch Me. And I'm going to use the charted anchor threads. They were easy enough to get from 123 Stitch. It does come with a DMC conversion, but I'm just going to use the anchor to try those out, see if there's any difference between DMC. And I'm going to stitch on this, and I don't think I'm going to stitch, there's a half stitch blue background that just acts as shading like around the koalas. I think I'm going to leave that off because of the mottling on the fabric. I don't think it's going to need it, but we'll see when I get to that point. So that's going to be my week 1 project, and I actually still have to go today and make a working copy of that chart. My week 2 project is, and I'm actually not sure which way around my week 2 and my week 3 went. I didn't look it up before this, but it doesn't really matter. They're getting a week each. But my week 2 project is Giants of the Sea. This is a kit by Sunset, and this is where I'm going to be starting from. And I'm using the thread that came with the kit, but I did swap out the fabric. I swapped it out for 28 count Picture This Plus Arctic. That whole bottom section under the mountains is all full coverage. And the only thing you're going to be able to see once it's framed is the sky, and I wanted to give it a little bit of movement. So that's why I went for the over-dyed fabric. And the Ada that was in the kit felt like it didn't feel the nicest to work with, because I'm not opposed to working with the Ada, but yeah, I swapped it out for this and I absolutely love this project. And my goal is to maybe finish it in its week that's going to be worked on. Yay! So that's that one. The next one I haven't actually worked on at all since it's MaYnia week, I don't think. I think this is the only time I've worked on it. And it is Heavy Going Grizzly by Janlynn. And that's all I have. Again, this one I switched out the Ada, just for, I think this is on 32 count white, just even weave. But I'm using the kit floss and it's 2/2. And some of the background is half stitches. But I would ideally love to get half this project done by the end of its MaYnia week. The fourth project, this one I definitely haven't worked on since MaYnia, and this one's got a lot of fabric. Let me work out how best to pick it up. This is Owl. It's just called Owl. It's also a kit. I'll put a picture in here. And that's all I have. Just his eyes. And this is on 16 count black Ada, and I'm using the kit floss. The thing that puts me off working on this one is the chart is cut up into lots of little segments, and the bits don't really go with the bit that is next to on the chart. It's like lots of little sections, so I think you're supposed to fold it up and you can use just that little bit, but it's hard to work out what goes next to what. And the fact that it's on black Ada puts me off probably working on it, and it's massive. Let me, oops. You can see how small the bit that I've got done is. All of that is going to be filled. So I need to get working on this one. So hopefully you'll see more of his face by the end of its MaYnia week. Okay. So that's all my projects. That's my plans. Work on the Animania projects. Get the page definitely finished on my Hippo, and whatever else, because I probably won't stick to just one project every week. So we'll see what I get to. The last thing I have to show you is just some stitchy shopping that I got. The first thing is my fabric of the month from Under the Sea Fabrics. It is called Neptune, and I got a 32 count linen this time, and I love it. It is as bright as that. It's fantastic. The thing I love about Leslie's Under the Sea Fabric Club is that she gives you a preview of the fabric at the beginning of the month, and you can change counts or types of fabric to linen, Lugana, Jublin. You can just say on the preview post what you would like that month. You're not stuck with, I'm only having 40 count, or I'm only having like Ada. You can change month to month based on how you like it dyed from the preview. So I love that one, Neptune. Can never go wrong with blue. The next thing I got was, let me get all the pieces out, another of the Lindy Stitches Bird Crush Clubs, and it is the Black Throated Grey Warbler. Great picture, and there's a little bird. I actually just got the shipping notification for the next bird, so I'll be excited to see what that one is. And like I said, it comes with the one overdyed threadworks that you need, which is the grey, which I think is used in his feathers. You don't see it as much. Oh no, it's not. It's the branch. It's the branch that he's sitting on. And it comes with postcard and the little facts on the back about him, and some stickers, which are great if you've got like a happy planner or the little calendar books. You put those in. Oh, one's just fell on the floor. We'll get that after. I made an order with 123 Stitch. I was missing a couple of colours for the koalas. They were out of stock of the anchor before, but they were in now, so I ordered a couple of threads. And to travel with them, I actually got some not Be Stitch Me, colour and cotton fabric that they had stocked. And so I got a 40 count Salt Rock. It's a nice warm grey. I actually got 2 pieces of it. I didn't realise I'd put 2 in my cart. And this is just a fat 1/8. But it's perfect neutral. And I may already have plans for that, in fact I'll just show you now. I think I might put this on there. I ordered this from Abby Top Knot Stitcher. And I think I might put Spring Hair on there by La Di Da. So I got 2 pieces of Salt Rock. Another one they had was Boardwalk, which I also got as a 40 count. Again, a fat 1/8. And the elusive Murky by Pictureless Plus. It's just a fat 1/8, 32 count Lugana. It's always handy to have a piece of that. Everything Halloween can go on Murky. So like I said, I made an order from Abby Top Knot Stitcher Shop. Spring Hair by La Di Da. I got another 2 pairs of the Cotton Clara scissors. This is the Rust and the Turquoise. And I may already have the Mustard sitting in my cart waiting for me next time I need to order something from her. I love these scissors. They come with a little stopper on the bottom, but they're super sharp. They're metal. They're nice and light. Yeah, I love these. I have scissors everywhere. I need a pair in my car, a pair in the bedroom, a pair in the living room, a pair lost down the couch. So it's always great to have nice little scissors. I also picked up this chart. I've wanted this one for ages. And yeah, she had it in stock. This is Your Own Kind of Beautiful, and it's by Tiny Modernist. I love those chickens. I think it would go perfectly with the Lindy Stitches chart that I finished recently, Stars Bright. I just imagine this one hanging beside that one once I get them framed. But that's that one. The last 2 things I picked up, this one just arrived. I collect dimensions kits. I think collecting dimensions kits and stitching dimensions kits are 2 separate hobbies. And this one I got this month because I've seen a lot of people stitching on this one. And like everything, you kind of get it before it goes out of print. And that kind of happens with dimensions kits. So this one is called Beacon at Daybreak, and it's a gold petites kit. It's beautiful colours. Really, really pretty colours. But I've seen a lot of people stitching this one. It's one of those that I'd regret not getting it if it went out of print. So there's this one. And the other one was my current unicorn. I favorited it on eBay and the seller made an offer. I was like, yeah. I think this was the day that I hurt my back. I was like, yes, I will get this one. And it is this one, Thunder Ridge. And it's one of the newer ones. There's older versions of this one where the threads aren't pre-sorted. This one comes pre-sorted. It is got blue Ada, 18 count navy Ada. So yeah, it was my current Dimensions Gold unicorn, and this may be a future MaYnia project at some point. So I absolutely love this one. And I was thinking as well of doing a Dimensions Gold whip parade, but also of the Dimensions Gold charts that I have in stash, or kits that I have in stash, because I've been watching people's videos of those, and so I was planning on making a video of my own of that, because I have quite a lot now. Could probably dedicate like a box and a half at least to just Dimensions kits. So that's my plan for future. So I hope you enjoyed the video today. I hope you come back and come see progress on some of these projects. And I hope you have a great month. Until then, stay safe, stay stitchy, and I will see you next month. Bye. Thank you.